This isn't just my story. It's a story for anyone who's ever found a setback and wondered if they could keep going. You can, and of course, you should. Don't stop. You can choose to rise, to fight, and find a new path. I did. And of course, I never let myself down. Those months were the darkest. I felt like broken and scared. Who was I if not a football player? Any other sport, of course, the first months were brutal. I faced pain, frustration, and the fear that maybe I wasn't good enough for anything. But giving up wasn't an option for me. I kept going. At first, volleyball was foreign to me. The movements, the rhythm, everything was different. I had to start from zero. But I was ready to learn. The journey just wasn't about sport. It was about finding strength in the place of pain, hope in the face of doubt, and pride in never giving up on myself. It was pretty tough, but I got through. And so, the football, first chapter. And so at first, football was my first sport I actually wanted to play. I wanted to become professional. It was actually hard to become professional as well. But I miss those times a lot. Seeing as myself and my teammates being on the pitch. It's something else. It isn't just like something different. It's not like you could do this every day. It was like an important time of the week that I could actually only train and play with my friends. But as I got the injury, it was literally just too much. I had to stop playing because I got the injury, and it was too rough. Let alone leaving that sport was actually a big mistake. But as it seemed, I didn't have a choice. I had to leave the sport. It wasn't like, oh, I can start over this sport and try everything again. Well, no. It wasn't like that. It was something else. When I got to the hospital, I was terrified. Like, seriously terrified. And I thought, like, will I play again or will I not play again? It was, like, too tragic. It was pretty, like, I had literally no words. I couldn't, like, specify what I was feeling. It was pretty much insane. In one word, insane. And seeing, like, my teammates getting worried, especially also my parents, they actually got very scared that I couldn't continue the sport. And I was like, why? I couldn't like just give up. It's not like I want to quit the sport. But I had two choices. The first choice was to leave football and recover, start a new sport that I like. Or two, leave the sport entirely. Retire, don't do sports anymore, and just start a new life. And actually, I chose a different sport because I wouldn't like to be that kid who once had a dream and just because of a stupid injury, I couldn't continue. So I actually saw volleyball. And to be honest, the sport is actually kind of interesting. It was pretty good at first, but I was always terrified. I was like, there's no way I could like just figure out how well I will do in the sport. It was interesting, to say the least. It wasn't like, oh, I'll do this, like, it's easy, it's not hard, I could do this, like, in the first training or something. But no, it wasn't. It was a lot more terrifying than you think. Seeing new people, a new coach, new everything. As I stepped the first time on the court on volleyball, it was terrifying, yet again terrifying, because I had no clue what to do on that court. It was a sunny day, and let's just say, for my first training, I actually did kind of well, because I kind of like understood what my coach said to me and what I needed to do. There were like simple tasks, but I still had some troubles with every task I needed to do. It was tragic, but I got through. It wasn't that bad. So as I went home from my first training, I told my parents that it felt good, but I didn't think the sport was right for me. I still wanted to continue football because that's the sport I've been playing since my childhood. But my parents said that I couldn't continue. I couldn't continue because of that stupid injury. Still in that training, I still felt my knee hurting a little bit. It was the right knee that I got injured. It was too bad. It was really bad, and I didn't really like. I got really annoying. At the end, volleyball wasn't that bad. It was pretty great, actually. After some time, it took me like about a year and a half, a year or more, to actually get the hang of it. I was actually proud of myself. My parents believed in me. And then I actually started in my first major tournament. The tournament that I felt like I was going to give up. Truly. It was so bad. We played rough. It was kind of like annoying. And obviously it wasn't easy. As the tournament started, obviously me and my friend, we got together. We talked. And we were asking what our first match was. And after seeing the table, there were a lot of games we had to face. And I knew we could actually, I was saying to him, like, we could do this easily. Like, I thought it was going to be easy. Because seeing, like, everyone mess up, I thought it was going to be easy. But no, it wasn't easy. We won the first match by 2 points. It was 15-13. We played one set. Only one set to 15. And in beach volleyball, when I played, I mean, we had to rotate. As you know, there are two. Let's just say 4 people and 2 fields that we had to go on. 2 players on one side, 2 players on another one. And to be honest, it was really rough because I didn't know what I was doing. And after playing everything, it was kind of interesting. But yeah, after the first match, we were so excited that we actually wanted to continue. And we thought we were going to win. But it took a wide turn. We actually lost the second game by a lot of points. We lost about 9-15. It was really terrifying. I thought, well, I don't know what was going through my mind, but I thought, I am better than this, I can do everything better, and I was like already mentally like down. I couldn't do anything. It was pretty bad, like seriously. And to be honest, my coach also was taking pictures of the event when we were playing. And I also, after the first match, actually, I asked him for advice. And he just told me, keep the ball up. Keep the ball up. And this ball, I mean, it's all right. It has grip. This is the newest ball we play with in the tournament. And to be honest, it was pretty good. But the thing is, the sun beaming in your eyes, and it started. Also, at one moment, it started to rain. Like seriously, it started to rain. It was pretty bad. And I had like zero confidence in me because when this ball gets wet, it gets heavy. And when it gets heavy, you have to put more agility and more of your power to it. And then things went seriously down. It was too much. Like really bad. And then we had our second match. We lost again to them. We had to play twice the same team to get out of the group to play in the next stage. And we lost that one, but then in our fourth match, we won that game. It was, I don't think I remember, but the score was of us beating them by 4 points at least, or 5. And I was screaming happy because we might get 3rd place. But then it hit me. We actually didn't get out of the group. We got out of the group, and then we couldn't play anymore. They said, you can go. That's it. We couldn't go play anymore. That was literally it. That was literally the end. I couldn't actually play anymore. I was so mentally phased that I was like, why and how? Because I didn't understand how this actually worked. Because every player seemed to be like nice, but also aggressive. Because I don't know if they could talk something like that would get on my mind. And then actually started the whole actual training process. The training actually was crazy. I don't know what to do because I didn't know anyone. It was oddly interesting, but I thought they were kind of mean at first, but they were actually nice because they didn't know who I was. And let's just say at the end it wasn't bad. It was okay. And then the next training came where we had to get a partner, take the ball, and I had to do passes. As a new person, I couldn't find a partner because everyone thought I was like some kind of douchebag who couldn't do anything. It was crazy in their mind and thought it was, oh, this is gonna be easy. No, something else. As for the people who didn't choose me, it was kind of upsetting to me because I didn't get the point. Why wouldn't nobody pick me? But then it got to the point. No one knew me and no one knew why was I here. Was I just here for fun? Or was I here just for the training part? But no, I was actually here for the training part. I wanted to do anything. It was pretty interesting.